Now come back to Old Ford and the outcome and impact of our work so far. As a result of our interventions, there is clearly a better understanding through the interfaith and intercultural festive celebrations like our annual Eid and Christmas parties, which are organised and attended by people of different cultures and religions. We have facilities and resources that are managed by intercultural and interfaith management committees that has helped create transparency and build trust in the allocation of resources, which are often the starting point of many conflicts and tensions within communities. Not being able to speak English is often a major barrier to integration and accessing services. It also often results in social isolation and barriers to gaining employment, creating even bigger divisions within communities. So we currently deliver 8 English classes each and every week with an average of 10 to 12 students in each class. These English classes has and is helping to empower the communities, aid in the integration of, and also aid in the integration of newly arrived migrant communities. Finally, I want to finish it off with another story, but this time not a story about myself, but a story about 2 local residents, Mrs. Ahmed, who is a Somali resident, and Lorraine, a white English resident. They have both lived on adjacent streets for many years, yet they, let alone talk to each other, they didn't even notice each other until recently. They were both encouraged, along with others, to join the committee of one of our new community centres, which, when it was first set up, so that we had representations from the different communities. Both joined the committee, and as expected, at the beginning there was a lot of apprehension, mistrust, and lots of misunderstanding. Well, to put it more bluntly, there was fireworks, some of it pointed at me. However, over the last 2 years, they have got to know each other better, and those misunderstandings and mistrust has slowly disappeared. Their true understanding of each other's needs and cultures has strengthened, and I guess they have found that commonality that exists between them and their respective cultures. I guess I can say that the 2 of them have now developed quite a bond. Just a few months ago, Lorraine came up to me and we were discussing some issues about the centre when Mrs. Ahmed's name came up. What Lorraine said next truly brought a big smile and a grin to my face. She told me that Mrs. Ahmed had come round to her house with a plate of samosas that she had made, and as she knew Lorraine liked samosas, she brought some around for her. Now, Lorraine mentioned this in a very casual way, as this has apparently been going on for a little while, where they'd meet casually and socially as neighbours. So it was nothing significant in her mind, but for me it was wow. Now, these are 2 women who, despite living in the same area for many years, have never even acknowledged each other or their presence, let alone share a plate of samosas. So for me, it was a true wow moment. Something fairly significant has and is happening. A moment to be recorded. We are all constantly under pressure to prove the impact of our work, and often it is hard to measure the outcome and impact of community cohesion work. So for me, the story of Mrs. Ahmed and Lorraine is the true measurement of the impact that our work is having. So does this mean our work is done now that we have this one story to tell and we've won the Gold Award? No, far from it. There are a few more stories like this that I can share with you, but only when we have hundreds and thousands of stories like this in all our neighbourhoods up and down the country that we can say that as practitioners we have done our job. Thank you very much.